It's because when you sit there and you look and you don't answer and you give me that blank stare, that's how it goes out to America.
That's fine. You're winning.
No, what? You're winning. I'm not winning.
You are clearly winning.
No, I'm not. I'm just here asking you questions. I'm not here to win or lose. You lost because you got divorced. I'm just here to talk to you about your divorce. That's it. I'm not winning. I don't understand that. I just want to say.
Luke.
Then why is he telling me I'm not winning?
Don't know if you guys have tasted this Twix thing. Oh, baby. Oh, sweet and raw, sweet. You're driving me crazy. You're way too beautiful, Twix. That's why it will never work. You have me eating you. Okay, let's stop that. Cool, listen. Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You already know what time it is. We're giving you guys the review of Married at First Sight. Oh my days. You ain't got the minerals. Listen, oh my gosh. Again. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? Let's get into the review. Woo. First one today, we're going to talk about Luke and Kate. You know that's been our favourite couple. In terms of the fact that they've given us so much drama, given us so much energy, given us so much to talk about on this particular series, and you know, it's a shame it's coming to an end. But I want to talk about obviously their relationship, talk about what actually happened at the actual show reunion, because I think there was a lot that happened. And I know a lot of you were saying that Luke was gay, and I'm not gonna lie to you. At the time, I just couldn't see it. I mean, you lot's gaydar was good. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I just thought that he was a narcissistic prick who was just trying to take the piss out of this girl because he wanted to hurt her feelings. Now, that was my overview. Now, obviously, it's come to light that my man actually really is gay.
For like 5 minutes, and then at the end of the conversation, it's like, okay, so do you want to have sex? And you said yes, and then you went up, got a condom, and we had sex. And I noticed something was off, so I asked you if you were okay, and you said, no, I feel dead inside. And then you got up, went to the bathroom, and you said, I feel repulsed. I know that, like, I'm not your type, but, like, repulsed and dead inside, we need to talk. And your first answer after I said we need to talk was, do you think that I'm a homosexual?
Like, nah, undercover gay. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to just applaud you guys. This is why I love doing what I do, man, because some of you have seen something that I hadn't even seen. Do you get me? And that's the whole point of why we're doing what we're doing. It's to have that conversation, that discussion. So I want to say, number one, let's clap for yourselves, because whoever said that he was gay from jump, well done. I never saw it coming. Never. In fact, comment down below if you thought he was gay. Comment down below. Let me know why you thought he was gay and where you got your sources from, because I don't know how you lot did it. Obviously, I know my audience is predominantly more American, so maybe you guys see more of that. But in UK, I don't think it's not that obvious like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I totally missed that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. By the grace of God, ooh, I feel like I got a little. Someone bit me, boy. Yeah. So you guys were on point. You were on job, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into the review anyway. Obviously, first things first. They asked him, obviously, Luke, you know, what was your first impressions when you saw Kate come down the aisle?
This. When she came down the aisle, did you feel an attraction to her?
I was attracted to Kate.
You can say, you can be honest.
Hold on, let's just, and Kate, let me save you. Let me save you from even having to ask that question. Let me say this. This is the last time America really sees you on TV, right? So this is your chance to really be open and honest and say, what was the truth?
We went over this 100 times, but I had figured out who it was beforehand, and I had already known, and already, I don't know, it was...
Can you just answer the question, please?
Already you what?
Please?
Disappointed.
You were disappointed. You were disappointed, and that's okay.
It's
but
okay.
That's okay to say. Nobody's mad. Nobody's gonna come running out here and beat you up because you said I was disappointed.
You know, he took a breath, he took a pause, he didn't actually answer the question straight away. Let me tell you something, when you don't answer a question straight away and you're having to deliberate to think on a question like this, which should be instinctive, yes or no, it lets me know that you're trying to think of a clever answer to respond to the question so that you don't look a certain way. You're trying to create a narrative for your perception. And in fact, even the presenter mentioned it later on down the line, right? Saying that, Luke has given answers which you think you want us to hear. But we can tell when you're watching it from the other side as an audience that you're putting it on. Do you know what I mean?
Please.
Disappointed.
You were disappointed. You were disappointed. And that's okay.
It's
Look, that's okay to
okay.
say. Nobody's mad. Nobody's gonna come running out here and beat you up because you said I was disappointed.
He never really actually answered the question either. He literally avoided the question the whole time, like, and then in the end, he then eventually said, "Oh yeah, I was disappointed." And it's like, Luke, why didn't you answer the question in the first place? If you and this should have been answered not just now. This should have been answered way back. But you see this, yeah. You see the pressure that my man put on him. That made him answer that question. You see, when he teamed up with Kate to put pressure on him, he had to come out true. Not only that, Kate's energy today was powerful. Kate's energy was what was causing him to be ruffled. Because if she had brought that energy into a relationship, that confidence, then she would have been able to get these answers out of him more quicker. But because obviously she was, like she said, she deserves an apology, she said.
Camera stopped, you would just...
Luke,
What?
come on.
Look,
I think I deserve an apology. Can you just do that?
I apologize. I'm so sorry. I didn't want either one of us to have such a terrible experience, and watching it is painful for me.
Because, you know what, like, she allowed herself also in that relationship to be almost, I don't want to say allowed herself to be bullied, because you want to love somebody, and sometimes you try to give as much leeway as you can. So let me not say that, but... You know, the energy that she has now, the strength that she has now, because she's now in a new relationship where she's being loved, is evident. There's a smile on her face, there's a glow in her eye, you know what I'm saying? The positive body language, you know, apart from a few times where I saw that she was a bit nervous and a bit anxious. But yeah, you can see that, and how she made sure as well every point to cut him off when she felt like he was lying. There were several points that she cut him off when she thought he was lying. And that was good, you know, she put him on his toes.
I definitely had feelings for you like a month in when I thought we were...
What?
You didn't... We were like getting better? No, nothing?
Oh, okay.
All right.
And you know what, something I noticed as well about Luke is that when the pressure's on, he struggles to answer questions. So, for instance, today, that reunion, he struggled, right, to answer certain questions. But not only then, the last episode, he struggled to answer. He didn't want to answer the question about the same question, which was, why did you have sex if you weren't attracted to her?
You were disappointed. And that's okay.
It's
Look,
okay.
that's okay to say. Nobody's mad. Nobody's gonna come running out here and beat you up because you said I was disappointed. But I have a big question for you. Why did you have sex with someone that you weren't attracted to?
Do you want to get... You want to do the whole thing?
This is what we're here now for. Let's get it. Let's get it out.
Then it was also, I believe, the Pastor Cal asking him why he said repulsive, He was under pressure then. He couldn't really say nothing too tough then, you know. So it's evident, evident because he said it when Pascal checked him the first time. He said, you know what, like having that pressure of someone like get onto you, you know, it's new. I don't like it. I don't really like it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we know that when someone gets onto him, he don't really like it. He closes up like a shell. And then when actually then they press the issue, then he decided to, number one, change his body stance. Watch him. He changes the body stance. Yeah.
You want to do the whole thing?
This is what we're here now for. Let's get it. Let's get it out.
We'll start.
Let's go.
So that he can get himself into a position to now begin to tell a tale. And I'm going to say tell a tale because it's not tell a truth. He wants to tell a tale. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want information now? All right, cool. All right, let me give you the lowdown of what's been going down. Yeah. So this what happened. Yeah. We started off with that's how he did it because he wants to set his stall out to start to tell a tale. But unfortunately, the people that you're in a room with have watched you for a few weeks and been in a relationship with you, so you can't tell that tale. And that's why I said Kate's energy was good because she was ready to block man. Whenever he was saying something, she was ready to make sure if that's not the truth, she's shutting it down. And that's what she started doing in the last 2 episodes was it. Like when they're in the car, she began to shut it a little bit down. You can tell that she was done. You understand? So it was good to see that. Do you know what I mean? It was good to see that. I want to also as well let you guys take note of Kate's behavior when she, you know what, she had such a positive vibe there. And I want to let you know that, listen, guys, if you're in toxic relationships, please listen to a good friend and come out of that relationship. Do you see the happiness? Do you see the positivity that Kate's bringing? Do you see the strength that Kate's bringing? Do you see the energy that Kate is bringing to the table, baby? Minerals.
Oh, Kate, it seems like you have come back to life. Do you feel like you're Kate again?
I do. I feel happy to just be around people that I know that love and care about me.
Do you know what? We actually have a sneak peek of how life has been for you.
She's bringing that to the table because she's in a new relationship where she's being catered for, loved. But some of you get into relationships where it's toxic and it reduces your strength, your energy, your perseverance, your stamina. It reduces your appearance. It reduces your love. It makes you angry. It makes you frustrated. You know, it brings you down. Your mood is always up and down because you are in a relationship with somebody who is toxic. It's poisonous, and the way you react is like somebody who's been poisoned. You're constantly weak. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want ladies take note, and men too, take note. Being in a relationship where you are downcast is not the one. Why run to a relationship which is toxic when you can run to somebody who genuinely cares for you? Okay. When Luke started saying, obviously, you know, Kate was coming for me real hard. I just saw Kate just shaking her head straight away, and that let me know that, okay, cool, this is where the battle's gonna start. Where are you gonna start telling tales? Okay, he's starting to tell tales.
In the room, you're like kind of coming at me real hard, and you can't go to sleep when you're horny unless you have relief.
No, we were in bed cuddling. You were only wearing boxers.
And then she's shaking her head, and actually she interrupts him twice. And the presenter had to actually tell Kate, look, Kate, don't worry, just chill. We got you. And I think the reason why I think that she was so amped to say something is because, like I said, nobody has really defended her, have they? These experts have done doo-doo-all to what we've seen on camera. Like I said, the energy they gave Will in the last episode for not going with Jasmine, but didn't get the same vim for Luke when he's acting like the way he's acting, shocked me, was concerning, was actually something that I realized that a lot of us do. When it comes to abuse, we tend to overlook it. You understand? We're happy to open our mouth and tell somebody, oh, I can't believe you left a good man or left a good girl. But when it comes to something like abuse, everybody's mouth is shut, even though they can see it. And I say that because look at what happened at the very end. When the presenter asks, guys, the couples, how did you feel towards Luke and Kate?
But how did this affect the group, watching this relationship and all the things unfold?
Everybody's marriage is different. I don't have any input on it. Like, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. Who am I to say anything about someone else's marriage?
I mean, from an outside view, you could clearly tell she was in pain. And the fact that it took so long to end is a shame. It shouldn't have gotten as bad as it did. If you knew early on it's impossible to make it work, then pull out.
I'm sorry, but as far as like relationships, priority is right here. You know, Pastor Cal told me the husbands are the ring around the relationship, so we gotta block everything. So I'm just focused right here.
I like that.
Now, what was your feeling? And what did Keith say? Keith said, well, you know, Pastor Cal said a man's like a ring. He's got to make sure he looks after his wife. He's got to block everything that's coming in. Bro, does that mean now when you see someone getting stabbed on the street, you just walk by? Or you see someone getting punched up on the street, you just walk by? Yes, that's what we do. Because that's what we do as human beings, isn't it? When we see people in trouble, oh, so long as it's not me. So long as it's not me. And we all do it. Don't get twisted. I'm not shunting them. But what I'm talking about now is a relationship issue where you guys are in close quarters. You see this happening. And none of you decided to step in and say, look, Kate, look. I know that Christine said something to Kate, and so did Jasmine, and so did Steph, actually. But the men, these are the people that could have stood up to Luke. Not the women. The women are not. It's not for the women to stand. I keep saying this. It's not for women to stand up for the woman here. It's for the men to step in and say to Luke, "Stop what you're doing, bro. If you're not feeling it, jump out the pan." But the men ignored it because they're like, "Oh, so long as I've got my relationship sorted." Why? Because I keep telling you, men are like kings. So long as the bloodshed is not in their kingdom, so long as they're not gonna have a war with a king. Because in order for me to tell you what to do, I've got to be ready just in case to see if there may be a war. Because you're going to have a pride, I'm going to have a pride, you're not going to want to take it from me. So that's why a lot of men don't like to intervene in stuff like this. This is why things like Me Too, this is why rape cases, stuff like that, men don't stand up for the women. It's because then they have to challenge the status quo. They have to challenge the kingdom of other people. And that means a war. And you see, sometimes you don't want to have enemies, you want to have allies, but just in case something stupid happens on your end. That's the truth. Yeah? I'm not excusing that behavior. I'm actually saying it's wrong. Do you understand? It is wrong. So, yeah, I was disappointed in how AJ and Keith answered their questions in terms of how they felt about the Luke and Kate situation. You should have been ready to step in. AJ, you had a lot to say. You had a lot to slap his ass and all that stuff at Polka Dot House. But when it comes to the situation, you're skipping and skirting. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, it looks like he was playing mental warfare. But bro, you saw some of the stuff. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. And don't get it twisted. I'm sure these wives would have told their husbands, "Have you heard about Luke and what he's doing to Kate?" I know they would have. So you'd have had some. You know what I'm saying? I just felt bad for Kate, man. And even when they asked the people at the end, and they were saying, Kate said, obviously, I can tell the husband of the year, blah, 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 blah. But you could tell, just before she said that, how she felt. Like, nobody decided that they felt it was good enough. No one felt that it was their right to step in and help her.
The relationships, we got to block everything. So I'm just focused right here.
I like that.
What are you thinking, Kate? What made you sigh like that?
I didn't even realize I did that out loud. Plumbers finally leave. You say, "Give me the dirt on the other brides." I'm like, why would...
That's one.
Oh, yeah?
Do you feel like he might have done this to be on TV?
And you know what? That is where abuse always starts from. Isolation. When the person feels like there is nobody that would help them and turn to them, bro, they're going to get abused, bro. So guys, let's stay interconnected. Let's make sure that the people that we say we care about, are cool with, we have that connectivity with, because we don't want them to feel like they're isolated and can get abused. Do you see what I'm saying? They should be able to reach out to us for you. Yeah, obviously as well, it was interesting as well to get the new perspective on actually what happened with the repulsive kiss and the repulsive kiss and actually I feel dead inside. So now I assumed, and I think all of us did assume, this was about a kiss. We now realize this was about sex. In fact, they were using the kiss as a code word for sex. I'm bloody confused. Why were you using code words? Then I realized, because Luke was trying to keep this under wraps. Luke didn't want this to get out. Luke wanted to make sure that he had full autonomy and control over what information was coming out. And I guess that's a controlling nature of him. Because like I said, his secret was that he's gay. And so he wanted to make sure that information of him having sex with his wife didn't get out because he truly is gay. And I think I'll come on to that part, but I'm just saying, obviously, I think for him, the whole point of having sex with Kate was not to make her happy, but rather to prove to himself, am I really gay or am I not gay? And that is why the question came out when they had sex and he said he felt dead inside. After to ask Kate, do you think I'm gay? Yeah, did you see it? Do you think I'm gay? So he doesn't know 100% within himself whether he thinks he is gay.
So I waited until he said, "Do you think that I'm homosexual?" Like, why would he say that?
Let's clarify right now. Does your Facebook say you are interested in men and women?
I changed it because she asked me to halfway through.
I didn't ask you to change it.
Or you brought it up and it was so insignificant to me.
For the inkling, but he himself is not 100% sure. So he asked Kate, "Do you think I'm gay?" He wants reassurance. He wants an assurance, like, yo, like, I'm feeling a certain way. Do you feel what I'm feeling? Do you view me the way that I'm viewing myself at the moment? And that's what I felt like he was saying. And, it was interesting that when she said obviously that, he tried to spin another story to kind of cover that story. And it's like, this secret, because he's trying to cover the secret of him being a homosexual, being gay, it's caused so much other stories to come into bound that Kate had to actually say, no, that's not how it went down. Several times Kate had to call him out on his lying. And for instance, one of the things was, Luke says his profile was changed at 18, right? But that was, he admitted himself, that was 14, 13 years ago. So why is that status still up? And you only changed it, and then he tried to say it, "Oh, I only changed it because, Kate, you said I should." And Kate said, no, we had a discussion about it, and you decided you wanted to change it.
What was the reason for it saying that?
My friend thought it was funny in college to change it.
I don't understand how that's funny to say that you're interested in
Because you're
men.
18 and you're dumb?
I don't think that's funny.
Because you're not a guy.
Well,
Okay.
first, Have you dated men before?
I've never dated before.
I don't believe it.
Junab,
I mean,
what made you
don't
want to
think
write that
that-
list? What made
you
you
have
want to
a
write?
lot of friends that
That
are gay, and I don't understand how it could be funny for you to put on your Facebook.
When I was 18.
Okay.
I think the point she's trying to make is that if you have friends,
Gay friends.
who are gay, is it almost mocking them if you would put something on there to say, oh, it's
I didn't
funny
do
for
it.
a man to have a partner.
I don't understand why you would leave it up there. But I don't.
Because I didn't even know it was a thing.
Okay.
It happened 13 years or 14 years ago.
He said, oh, okay, or whatever, then, you know, and I realized, whoa. You know, it's like a little kid trying to get out of trouble, and you try to keep telling little stories. That is what he was doing. That was what he was doing. It was so mad. I mean, and you have to think to yourself, who keeps a profile for 13, 14 years as the same thing? So your friend put you in a relationship with a guy, and you haven't changed it for 14 years, up until the point that you get married. Okay. Calling it. You know that obviously as well, when he said obviously that you know he was having sex with Kate just to keep her happy.
I was really mad at myself.
But after that, you continued to have sex with her. Why did you keep doing it?
I wanted to be happy.
To make her happy?
Yeah. You said you couldn't go to sleep and you get all wound up. And I don't know, I wanted to
But
go
you initiated it too sometimes.
once,
No, not more than once.
twice.
I would say it was like 60-40.
Okay. Let me get to this. So you two are having this relationship. Why did you hide the fact that you were having sex with him?
Because he asked me not to talk about it, and I tried to respect that.
Again, you know, and Kate even mentioned it. You know, he deflected onto Kate, saying, you know, I was just trying to keep you happy, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, so that's why you're doing it. Did I pressure you to do that? No. So you were feeling that way. That was you. I didn't pressure. And he tried to say like, oh, Kate, you initiated the sex, and he said no. She said no. It was 60-40. Don't do that to me. You initiated it several times. And I said, whoa, Luke, why are you lying? Why are you always lying? Stop your lying. Always say you're lying. Why do you keep on lying? Yeah, so it's like, he keeps on lying because, again, it's a cover that secret, man. And you just watch the behavior. Anybody covering up a secret will end up behaving like Luke. It always turns into deception, into lies, into behavior that you won't understand because they're trying to cover up something. He tried to say, and it's funny because he said, do you know what, it's, yeah, maybe I initiated once. And then she's like, no. And he's like, okay, maybe twice. And then she's like, no, Luke, it was 60-40. So you can already see that this guy was trying to really prove that he's not gay. Like, he had sex several times trying to prove that he's not gay. And do you know what? It's a shame. You know, it's a shame. I'm not going to say to own your truth. I'm just going to say Jesus is Lord. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. Jesus is Lord. You know what I mean? You've hurt somebody because you want to keep a secret. And because you've done that, you've hurt the person that you say you love. And you know what I mean? That's mad. And also as well, because he said obviously that, you know what, I was having sex to make you happy. The way he said it was almost as if like he was claiming that he was coerced into sex. Careful what you're kind of saying here, because actually what you're going to be saying at the end is you actually were coerced into sex. Bro, is that the case? No. So, you know, it's one of them things there, because I had to watch it and I was listening to him, I was like, And I will say again, ladies, again, make sure, you know, when you see a guy who can't own his wrongs, that pride, you don't want a guy like that, man. Listen, there were times where we get things wrong. We need to own it, man. You know, as a guy. You know, when I get things wrong, I just own it, man. And the reason why is because pride is a disgusting sin. It is something that, bro, listen, when pride sets in, yeah, it causes you to do so many different actions from it. Just so that you can keep your pride and your ego intact. Trust me, it's a ruthless type of sin, man. Ruthless. So for me, I know ladies, I'm just saying, like, if you get with a guy and you can see there's too much pride in him, listen, be careful, man. Be careful. You know, Satan fell at pride, man, thinking that he can put himself above God. Listen, the pride that will say to himself that he puts himself before you, that everything that he does, he puts it before you, trust me, it will end badly, man. End badly, I'm telling you, cuz.
We were continuing to have sex, and Luke was being weird afterwards. No.
What do you, no, what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is the time.
I wasn't having normal reactions that you don't really have after sex. I wasn't happy.
What do you mean?
Sad.
Were you emotional? Were you crying?
Yeah, sometimes.
Why? This is what's so confusing. What's it about? Let's hold it. Stop. You
It's
just
not
said,
about-
This is what is this about?
I was upset that I was having sex and didn't want to have sex. That's what I was mad.
But you kept
Okay,
doing
all
it.
right. Besides sex, let's just talk about the marriage in general.
When were we? We were about a month in, and I definitely had feelings for you. Like,
And then obviously the presenter puts it on him and says, listen, you know, you treat her bad. And he said, yeah, no, I treat her bad. I said, why did you continue treating her bad in a relationship? I don't know. That I don't know. Let me tell you something about I don't know. I don't know. No one ever says I don't know and not know. They always know what they're doing. I don't know is basically saying I don't want to tell you the full truth because the full truth is very painful. That means fully admitting to myself what I've actually done. Otherwise, you have to force yourself to face the demon that you're looking at, which is yourself, at what you did. And so a lot of times when people say, I don't know why I did what I did, they know why they did what they did. But it means introspectively sitting down and analyzing why they did what they did. Do you understand? And so when someone says, I don't know, you've got to have that conversation and say, listen, you've got to know what you did, why you did what you did. We've got to really sit down, break each part down, go back to the beginning and say, listen, this is why you did what you did. Come on, let's be honest. Do you get what I'm saying? Cool. About the fact that you're winning, the presenter, you're winning. And this is a classic deflection technique to try and shift the conversation away from him onto elsewhere so that he wouldn't have to answer any more questions. And the presenter says to him, how am I winning? You're the one, like, I'm not winning from this. It's not my divorce. It's not my relationship. I'm not the one that's here. I'm here presenting, trying to tell you stuff. And Luke was like, you're clearly winning, da 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 da. And it's like, and then both Kate and the presenter laugh. Why? Because Luke is showing himself out.
That's how it goes out to America.
that's fine. You're winning.
No, you're winning. I'm not winning.
You are clearly winning.
No, I'm not. I'm just here asking you questions. I'm not here to win or lose. You lost because you got divorced. I'm just here to talk to you about your divorce. That's it. I'm not winning. I don't understand that. I just want to say.
Luke.
Then why is he telling me I'm not winning?
We've seen it now. We've seen it all now. Like, bro, listen, you can keep spitting out, but we've seen it already. You can keep doing what you're doing, but we've seen it already. You're bait now. We know your movements. We know how you move. We know how you're going on because you've been shown out, bro. It's nowhere to run and to hide, bro, on this one. You're shown out. You get me?
Kate, do you feel like he might have done this to be on TV and not to find love?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes.
People were saying, when Luke decided to join, you know, the first thing he said was obviously, give me the dirt on the other brides, dish the other dirt on the other brides, whatever. It's like, what? So he wasn't from the jump. My man's here for the money, and he even smirked after that. And I was like, oh man, this guy was here for TV. And what annoys me more is the fact that these experts do vetting. So why did a Facebook not get vetted to see that he's in a relationship? I'm not going to be too harsh, but obviously, yeah. I mean, why did this guy do it? For money. So you potentially ruin someone's life for money, Luke. Do you get me? Like, it's deep when you think about it. You got married and divorced. And he didn't even say anything. He kept quiet, which let me know that it was the truth. Bruv, it was mad. And then he put an apology, and he said, before he said the apology, he said, I don't know why. When everybody was on his case, then he put an apology. I'm sorry. Started the little waterworks. I ain't believe the waterworks. That's like my little sister when you tell her off, man. Like when she was younger. That's like telling your little sister off or little brother off when they're younger, and then they, you know, come with the waterworks and and take the punishment, man.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
What do you
don't
want to
know.
say, Lou? What do you want to say? And
Jen, I'm embarrassed by all the behavior and the terrible way I treated you. I'm sorry. I really do want you to be happy.
Thanks.
There's no crying here. Take the punishment. You need to take it. We're not budging. Take the punishment. Do you get what I'm saying? It is what it is. Take the punishment. So yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like, you know what, like, just because, like, with the Luke and Kate situation, that Luke kind of showed us the true nature of who he is in this episode reunion. And obviously, like I said, the list with the 40 reasons why her husband's gay was hella funny to me. And I think Kate had sussed it from early, but why she kept on having sex with him, I think sometimes you just go through things, innit? Do you know what I mean? You want to see. So I'm not blaming her in that respect. It's good to see her energized. It's good to see her full of life now. It's good to see her, reinvigorated and stuff. And so we know, I want to say, anybody who's going through a situation with like someone like Luke, seek friendship, man, your counsel of people, man, and seek the safety in that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let someone like that crowd your life and finish you, okay? You are better than this. You're better than this. You understand? Listen, you ain't got the minerals. Appreciate your people. Listen, stay black. Heaven forever, baby. I get it. You're muddy, lane. And now I know things might seem strange. Little black bird, you know what time it is.